Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. I thought when I woke up this morning that I needed to work with Native American wisdom, so I drew some cards out and I thought about them over the day, and I thought, we need to do a meditation. So I'm going to weave a guided meditation around the cards. I'll put the name of the cards in the show notes so that you can see them later. So just settle yourself down comfortably, making sure that your body is symmetrical so that the chi can flow all the way through you, from your feet to your head and back down again unhindered. We've got a few things here to use. So first of all, we have these beautiful stones, some red jasper, probably from America, and some bloodstone from Mexico. So I thought I would place these at your feet for you to pop your feet on. So just feel them now, grounding you and bringing you down instantly. So just rest your feet on them and feel the energy and vibration of the Spirit of Earth. And whilst we are working at your feet, I'm going to ground you now. I'm going to put my hands on your shoulders, and I would like you to imagine that roots of a tree grow out of your shoulders, down past your hips and knees, and down through your feet into the ground below you. They grow down and down and down to the very center, to the very core of the earth, where they find a giant stone to wrap themselves around. Just take a deep breath in, holding the air in your lungs for a little while, and then breathe out any worries and stresses onto the Apache's tear. As loudly as you can. And then take another deep breath in for the skies above you. Again, holding the air in your lungs for a little while. And then breathing out onto the stone. And then a last deep breath in for the seas surrounding these sacred lands. Again, holding the air in your lungs for a little while. And then breathing out any last remaining residue onto the stone. And an Apache's tear, I believe, is thought to be the tears of women who've lost their children, and they are formed in riverbeds. That is what I have read. Now, I am not from the Americas, but many of us have spirit guides from there. I myself have two. And I've been drawn to Native American wisdom from a very young age. I read Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee and I cried. And then I stumbled across an amazing book by someone called Ruth Beebe called Hanti-Yo. And that was it. So if you ever find that book, well worth a read. But I digress. So we've grounded you now, and we've breathed out any negative energies and worries. I'm now going to give you another stone to hold, which is some turquoise. And this will symbolize the air element that we are going to move through. A nice raw chunk there. So I'm just going to place that on the eastern side of you for the air element, the direction of the east. And then, last but not least, I want you to hold these Moki marbles or shaman stones. These are good for journeying and they come from Utah. I believe that they are formed at the bottom of the sandstone pillars in the desert. And it is thought that they symbolize the souls of the dead who come down at night. But they are good for journeying, so just hold those now in your hands. And I just want to brush down your auric field. Behind you, down your arms, and your other arms. All the way down your body, your back line. Right down to your feet. And a last little cleanse with a rain stick. Okay. Take that deep breath in again. And I will be sending some healing to you in this visualization. So I'm just going to do the distance symbol on Reiki, just to lock healing into this video so that anyone who comes and watches in the future can benefit from this as well. So you've had the Honsha-Zeishon, the master symbol, Daikumyo. Seiheki is what I'm doing now for cleansing. last of all, to activate it, chokore. Okay, so another deep breath in. And I just want you to imagine that you are walking through a red mist. Keep walking through it. Feel the cool sensation upon your skin, and feel that the ground turns into nature. There are pine needles and all manner of plants, a few rocks. Keep walking through the mist. And then the mist disperses and you find yourself on a beautiful mountain range. Wonderful white snow-capped peaks rise above you, but you are below the snow line. There are cool breezes blowing around you. And it is a bright, clear, sunny day. As you are here, you look for a tree to sit down under. And when you have located one, you walk towards it, asking it in your mind's eye if you can approach. And you sensed the answer is yes. And you thank the tree in your mind's eye and go and sit down with your back resting against the trunk. And as you are sitting there, I want you to feel in the center of you, right where your solar plexus is, that energy spark, that God spark, that life spark within you, your sense of self. And I want you to push that out, push it out. This is going to be your protection. Push it out of you and up through you and below you and all the way around you to form an energy field. You can make this any color you want. Push it outwards and upwards and downwards and behind you and below you. This is your force field. That's it, I can't move any closer to you. That is good. That is good. Feel your power from your solar plexus. The I am center, your confidence center. This will protect you for the journey ahead. And breathe in again and breathe out through your feet. And feel the earth below you, the spirit of earth, your mother, your keeper. You are a child of the earth. Breathe in. Scent of pine, the scent of Douglas firs, spruces. The undergrowth, all the myriad of plants and flora and fauna. And as you sit there, quietly looking around, You hear the beating of wings, and a beautiful, beautiful eagle lands on a branch in front of you. And then the eagle cries and calls to you. And then it lands on the ground in front of you. Beautiful and majestic bird. And you look into those bright yellow eyes. And you instinctively know that the eagle wants you to come on a ride with it. So you raise up to your knees and you open your third eye here. The bird's is already open and you are looking at each other. And if you wish to do this, you may merge with your eagle. But if you are not confident enough, do not worry. You may climb upon this bird's back. And remember, we are in meditation, armchair traveling. Anything is possible. Somehow you are magically the size and weight that your new friend can carry. So, if you are merging with your bird's spirit, enter the third eye now. Move in to this creature's psyche. A little shake. Open your wings. Feel them at the back of your shoulder blades. Open your mouth and feel your talons. Your eyesight changes. It is different. You cannot see all the colours, but everything is so defined. Somehow a black and white 3D. Wow, and you move your head around. And now your bird takes off into the sky, upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. Your bird soars up on the thermals. How exhilarating this is. You fly above the mountain peaks. The ground moves further away, but you can see everything so precisely. Your vision is of the eagles. Every movement, you can see it. It does not escape you, for this bird is the expert hunter. But you look up and forward. You are now flying above these these mountain peaks, the air is cooler, and you have the far sight of the eagle. You can see the lie of the land, you can see the weather patterns, and you can feel them within your feathers. And soar and swoop and let the air rush through every pore of your being, cleansing you between every cell of your body, and the sunlight shines through you, and you are a being of light. Just journey for a little while, feeling this energy. Imagining the flight of the eagle. And soon the landscape starts to change as you move down southwards. The mountains move to grasslands, and the plains stretch out before you. You look down and you call out. You see a band of people and animals moving across the grasslands. One walks before, and then various others walk behind, and right at the back, the horses and the other livestock. This band of Oglala Sioux off to form their summer hoop at the bend in the river. You soar. You are very high now, and your eagle starts to glide, and you watch this band of people. And as they reach the bend in the river, they start to unpack as they all move around, busying themselves with their jobs. The men move off with the horses, and the women start to unpack the teepees and put them together. There is a lot of happiness because it is summer. And then you watch a figure, the fire carrier. And he starts to light a fire from the flame that never goes out. And the spirit of fire crackles into life. The thing that separates humans from animals, gives us warmth on the cold winter nights, gives us light to keep the predators away, and cooks our food to keep us warm and give us energy, the life spark within you. And soon the smoke from the fire starts to drift up towards you as your eagle makes its way downwards. The earth rushes towards you, and the breeze moves through your face, ruffling your feathers. And you find an oak tree to land on. You do not fear these people, for they revere your medicine eagle. You are a precious and wonderful bird. Someone points and shouts your arrival, and one of the bands move towards you and speaks to you in a tone that shows great importance and reverence. And you sit and you watch the activities as the hoop is formed and life starts for the summer months. Soon day turns to dusk and the colours change. The sky moves through peach and tangerine to pink, to purple, to dark, dark blue. A myriad of stars appear. And you look up and notice the constellations that you recognize. But you are quite happy to settle in your tree that night. And soon the festivities begin. The fire is built up. The crowds arrive. The headdresses are put on, and the skins of the various animals are donned. And the dancing begins. Just watch for a while as the pace picks up. The drum is a symbol of the earth, the symbol of the womb. It is round. The singing begins, and the thudding of the feet on the floor. Stamp out any energy you have, anything you no longer want. Give it to the spirit of the earth, for the earth can take your woes. Soon you see an animal move forward to look at you. You are still in your eagle, on your tree, safe. But make eye contact with this creature in front of you and accept its medicine. And soon the festivities start to dwindle as the people start to move off towards their own teepees. The drumming ceases and the fire dies down, and you rest on your branch, knowing that you are healing as you sleep, so rest gently now, letting the spirit of air and the spirit of fire take hold within you and heal all your problems. And by that I mean helping you to see things in a new light, maybe find another way to look at it. give you some more options with whatever troubles you. And soon the stars move in the sky, and they move towards dawn. And on the eastern horizon, the sun rises above the land, and the first rays of sunlight touch you in your eagle form. And it is time for you to shake your wings and open them. And you launch off upwards into the sky. Up into the air element again with your eagle friend and your eagle medicine. And you head towards the north, where you came from, back up to the mountains of Wyoming. Enjoying the air as it rushes through you, giving you inspiration and freedom. Ruffling your feathers, the light shining through you, making you a being of light once again. Up in the distance ahead of you, you see the snow-capped mountain peaks. And the flat grasslands start to undulate and roll into the foothills of the mountains. The air becomes crisper and cooler. And with your keen eagle eyesight, you spy a giant circle on the ground made of large white stones. A giant medicine wheel with spokes, many spokes dividing it into sections. And you feel the call of the ancestors and the call of the earth. And these are the collective ancestors. Even if you are not from this land, you are still one of the same, the peoples of the earth. And with your eagle eye, you start to descend towards this giant medicine wheel. Answering the spirit of the earth, the call of the ancestors and the elements and the earth. And your bird puts its wings out and hovers and lands gracefully on a section of this wheel. Depending on where you stand is what you need to work on. And everything that you have done on this journey is grounded into you by touching the earth now. and you move towards the center of the wheel. And you ground this journey in. You turn to the east and you say, Aho, and you touch the ground. You then turn to the south and you say, Aho, and you touch the ground. You then turn to the west and you say, Aho, and you touch the ground. And then lastly you turn to the north and you say, Aho, and you touch the ground. And you sit for a moment in the middle. And you think about everything that you have seen and learned on this journey. And then you detangle or detach from your eagle friend. You separate your soul from it or climb down from its back. And your friend turns its back to you and shakes its tail, and a feather falls out. A gift from your eagle friend, which you pick up and pull it into your heart chakra now to gain the spirit of eagle. I shall push it into your heart chakra now. Spirit of eagle, spirit of feather, spirit of air, to give you a lightness for your day ahead of you. Taking a deep breath in and breathe out. And your bird friend launches up and rises up into the ether, and you watch as your friend disappears and becomes a dot and moves into a cloud, and off he or she goes. You take another deep sigh and a breathe out, and then you raise yourself to your feet and you walk out of the circle, leaving this giant medicine wheel behind and knowing that you may come back anytime you like. And now, my friend, you see a red mist in front of you, and you walk towards the mist, and as it envelops you, you start to ground yourself. I will put my hands on your shoulders, but I want you to regrow your roots out of your shoulders and your feet down into the earth, and you ground in and come back to your timeline and your reality with every step. And you keep walking and you keep walking. Until you see another tree in front of you, and you go and sit down in front of the tree with your back against the trunk, feeling ever more solid and ever more grounded in this world and reality of this year. A little shake of your shoulders and start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And hold out your hands, and I will take the Moki marbles, which have served you well today and kept you safe. And then I reach beside you to take the turquoise, which brought the air element and the earth element to you. And then I reach in and I take the obsidian to cleanse and put on an amethyst bed. And then I just reach down, just move your feet off the stones for me. And I take back the jasper and the bloodstone of the earth. Feel grounded in and feel fully back and present in your body, grounded and invigorated at the same time, yet calm prevails. And I thank you for coming on this armchair travelling journey to visit the energies of the First Nations people of the Americas. Bye-bye. And peace be with you, your family, and your life.